Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a little bit of a different video. I have a new diorama from MoreArt. Haven't really built a diorama from MoreArt before. I have in front of me, I have a 7-Eleven and a McDonald's one from G-Fans. So they were pretty simple, went together pretty easy. I do have one MoreArt, like a building from Initial D, but I bought that pre-assembled, so we'll have a look. We'll build this and we'll give it a review, see what we think. So this is the BMW Showroom. So get the contents out of the box. Get the box out of the way. So to begin with, we got a simplified instruction book. So we'll set that to the side. And let's get into this. So yes, let's have a look. See what we think. Well, quite a few pieces to this one. Alright, as we can see, number of pieces. This is obviously our base plate. And looking at this, it's got the lights and the battery box and everything in that. So that will be the roof. So we'll just sit that over there because that should be last. This will be one of our walls. Looks like that wall right there. Just clips in. So we've got quite a lot of window pieces. They all look like they got a film over them. So we'll have to get that off. That looks like it'll be a completely clear piece. So we might assemble it before we pull the acrylic off, just like the protective film off the acrylic, just to make sure it's all good. Quite a lot of bits, small bits that might take a minute to figure out where they go. Because just looking at this, it's doesn't give you too much information, like in the way of especially the sign throughout the front, the BMW sign. So let's have a look. And that's got, oh yeah, it's thin enough to just sit in the groove there. I'm assuming that goes either way. So we'll just slide that in the groove as well. So that is probably our end piece there. So there's a slot in it halfway. I've got to figure out what. Okay, I think I might know where that goes. There's no. So maybe it goes. That's a second floor. So that's why that's completely clear. We can get that to, because it's still got the protective film on it. It's a bit tight, but tight is better than loose and falling all over the place. Slide that in there, so because this has got the slot, this will go in this side. Yeah, that's in there. That will go in there. Only bit I'm unsure about is the sign here. I might have to refer to a picture. But let's just try and get the roof sitting on so we can get a little bit of a look at how this should look. See, I think you might be better off taking this wall and this wall out. Spin around, have a look. I'm going to push down too hard because I do need to pull it all back off. And this should just, that will slide into place there. Get this one on. Yeah, look at that. That's a good look at what it's looking like. Then obviously we have, probably goes the other way around. Silly. Have that grass piece. They're actually a really nice diorama. This has been quite simple to put together. Like I said, the only thing I'm not sure about is this, and I did see, I think this might go on the floor on the inside. Oh yeah, that piece will go in. So that's in there. Then this will be, so this little piece will go on there like that. And the only thing we got left is the dealership sign. But I don't know exactly how that goes on. That's got 3M all over it. Oh, actually, I think these are two totally separate parts. If you have a look, that's perfectly matches up with the door. So just to give the door some 3D look. That's what I'm assuming that is there. And this has just got a sticky base to it. And what I believe is that will stick on there and cover up that little hole. So now what we got to do is got to pull it back apart, get all the protective film off. put it back together. So yeah, so what's next for Just One More Collectibles? Well, we'll just talk a bit why I pull all this off. On Wednesday, this is being filmed on Sunday. I'm back overseas on my way to the Philippines Hot Wheels convention. Now this is their first convention. So that's a bit exciting, be a part of, well, not their first convention, their first Hot Wheels convention, like official Hot Wheels convention. So it's very exciting to be a part of that. So I'm really looking forward to that. So again, at their dinner event, so there are two. This is another event where we do get a left and right facing Porsche. And this is the only other event besides Malaysia out of the 5 where we are actually getting both left and right facing. All the other events, it is just one or the other. I believe Singapore is, it's like a lottery for a left hand. They don't have as big of an allocation as a lot of the other events. So I think I was told that their allocation is only 500 cars for the dinner and the event. So it's just one at that one. Indonesia, I'm not quite sure if everyone at the dinner gets a left or not. I have to find out more information on that. But at Australia, all dinner tickets do get a left facing, and there are only 300 left facing with the Australia logo on it. So if you are here in Australia and you do want one, get your tickets. It's not going to be one to be missed. Like, I went last year, and last year was amazing, and this year, from everything I've heard, is shaping up to be even better. So we will see out. We'll film it. We'll vlog it. That is what we'll do. So even if you're not there, you'll get to see it on this channel. As long as you're subscribed, of course. So if you're not subscribed, I suggest you go do that. So, and yeah, so going to the Philippines, I will vlog this trip as well. It's a bit of a shorter trip. It's 4 days in total. So it's going to be good fun. A couple friends from Malaysia are coming. So the 3 of us are going to have a good couple days. And then, so we get back from Singapore. I get back from Philippines, and then Singapore's next. My wife will be attending the Singapore event. I will not be. That's okay. Then after Singapore is Indonesia, which I'll be attending alone. So that's another one. And that's the cool thing, being at all the dinners. I'm confirmed to be at, well, either me or my wife. So Just One More Collectibles is confirmed to be at each dinner. So if you are coming to the ADE event, we should have every single dinner set on display. So I'm working that out with Justin, the organizer of Australia, and hopefully we can get that all to work, and so you can all come down and you'll be able to see. So, all right, we got all this protective film off. Let's build this. So that goes that way. You know, the worst thing, I'm probably putting fingerprints all over this clear acrylic, but it is okay. line that up. So good. Oh, and I'm not sure if I showed that little M logo piece slotted in there. So we get that. What do we got? A little figure standing in the way. Easy you got to get into the dealership. That goes that way. And I think the easiest part was to put the top on and then slide the other two panels in. So spin around, look at the back first. That's that side in. Feels like all that slotted in quite nicely. Just gonna get these two to play ball. You don't want to be too rough either because it is just thin acrylic, so it will all slot in if you've done it right. Looks like that's all in place. Oh, we might put, before we slot this in, this little piece of acrylic to make the door 3D looking. This is actually a really nice touch. I wasn't expecting this, so this is quite a nice touch. Line that up, press it on. So this is actually, I see why they've also made these panels slide, because obviously you will have the cars that you want to obviously get them all to slide in. And they've got white stuff all over this, like bits of the acrylic. So dust that off. Slide that piece in. So I don't know if it's that. I may have put that in the wrong spot. I'm not 100% sure. I would have to look back at the photo, but look at that. That is done. That is it. So by looks. Have it at the back. So it looks like we have two options. Looks like we do have a battery box, so we can chuck a couple batteries in it. But we do also have USB power, which is probably what I'll do. I'll get some USB power. And we'll have a look at that. So, slide him there. In there, let's got a few BMWs. We can probably even, let's and get the race cars up the top, eh? Isn't that what they do? slide that over. Actually looks pretty cool. Open that up. Ooh. Whack them in there. We'll slide the front door back on. Now that looks pretty cool if you ask me. I'm very impressed with the MoreArt diorama. I'd actually probably say these are a little nicer than the G-Fans. I just feel the way it went together. I think what gives this the real tick is the fact that your USB cable isn't always plugged in. With the G-Fans it is. And I like how you can choose to run it on battery. So that does give it a cool little touch to it. So I will get this plugged in. I'll get some nice shots. I'll put that in just right after this segment here. But I do thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, please subscribe. Chuck me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you'll get one of these MoreArt dioramas. And give the video a like. That was greatly appreciated. And I'll see you on the next one.